Walking along the portico, at one of the secondary entrances from Via Sacco, you will find the Hall of Honor on the right, preceded by a delightful courtyard, today known as the Salone Estense. It was built between 1768 and 1769, with a large entrance hall leading to the rectangular room that still amazes visitors today with its decorative richness. Numerous windows open onto the garden side, inundating the fully colored room with light. This light became the protagonist and essential part of the architectural structures, depicted to such an extent as to render them very similar. The skillful study of the chiaroscuro play on the glimpses perspective views of the short sides, marked by real stucco columns and other paintings, alter the space and enlarge it. The imaginative Baroque decoration on the walls, door and window frames fills the spaces by reaching up to small stages above the cornice and on the upper cantilevered balcony that goes all around and is enriched with columns, vaults and coats of arms of the Habsburg and Estense families. The warm and soft colors show the Emilian matrix of the artists working here, including Ludovico Bosellini, who was brought to Varese by the Duke of Este himself. In the vault is represented a large oval fresco of a mature Giovanni Battista Ronchelli di Castello Cabiaglio, with Venus giving an arrow to Cupid assisted by Jupiter. A mythological theme but allegory of the third marriage of Francesco d'Este III to Teresa d'Arrach, and the reference to the two spouses is underlined by the presence of the two doves placed next to the goddess. This work, in its harmonious composition and the lightened colors, already shows the new neoclassical influences that were emerging in the Milanese and Como area. Dominating the beautiful polychrome marble fireplace is the portrait of Francesco d'Este III, Duke and Lord of Varese, a typical portrait of an 18th century gentleman with a blusher and whiter wig, painted by Giuseppe Bonino. The Duke was born in 1698, lived an idle life with no need to engage in politics. First residing in France, then in London, and on the death of his father, returned to Italy to govern his state as Duke of Reggio, Modena and Ferrara. He was a cultured and refined man, although not always close to the House of Austria. He later became governor of Habsburg Lombardy, and thanks to Empress Maria Theresa, he became Lord of Varese. A further link between the Este and the Habsburg was sealed by the marriage of Francesco's niece, Maria Beatrice d'Este, to Ferdinand of Habsburg, Maria Theresa's third son, 1771. Francesco married 3 times in 1720, first to Carlotta Aglae of Bourbon, who left him because of his liberty in life. Then to Teresa Castelbarco, widowed Simonetta, who was Princess of Varese for only 3 days and died in 1765, when the fief had already been granted but not yet formalized. His third wife, Renata Teresa d'Arrach, widow Melzi, inherited the property in 1780 on the death of the Duke, who was buried in Varese in the Giubiano cemetery.